and professional trade dissection and analysis, you have come to the right place. I'm Pat Mitchell. I have been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to give you exactly that high-level professional day trading education, as well as trade analysis, all for free right here on YouTube and on X. So welcome. We have a topic of discussion that we are going to talk about market manipulation, something that I saw on the charts. And by 10 a.m. this morning, this is on the charts here. That's what we figured was going to happen. Now, did I think SPY was going to go all the way down to the 50? No, I said the 20 SMA. And then Q's down to the 20. No, I figured somewhere in the, actually, I did say the 20 on Q's potentially, and it went much further. So really, really interesting day. So how did I know that? Well, we're going to discuss that. We're going to go over the trades, and then that's going to be the main topic of discussion. So give me a second. I'm going to fire up the charts. Let's rock and roll, folks. So before we go into these charts, I want to give you a reminder. March 4th at 6 p.m., I'm doing a power class on major mentality and day trading psychology. Don't miss this. I'm telling you, it is an absolute game changer. You can RSVP in the description below of this video. Even if this is the first time viewing this channel, don't miss it. Don't keep flipping by. You have to absolutely sign up for this. It's free. There's no strings attached. Sign up for it. So with that said, let's get into this, folks. So took a few trades here today. Actually, two. This first one, I'm just going to show you. This was a fat finger. Ended up making 500 bucks on it. And that was on a short. I wanted to start edging in long. And obviously, as I'm edging in, it's going to continue to go down. So in the short, I'm going to make money. So complete mistake. I never count those, but did make 500 bucks. And I wanted to explain that trade. So that is that. Now let's go into Qs. And let's, maybe we should start with SPY. One sec. Yeah, let's start with SPY. So I'm going to get zoomed in on the chart here. One quick sec, ladies and gents. Just so then you guys can see it nice and clear. And SPY was actually a long. So the market opens up, it washes out, sells off. And as it comes down here, we came into some moving averages. And that was a trigger to go long, went long into that, paid myself, and just played with the chart. Now, with that being said, because this was not only it was kind of right into the previous close area, protected by the 5 EMA on the daily. You've got a lot of protection there. So even though I even said this will most likely fail, but I will execute the trade. So execute the trade knowing damn well it's most likely going to fail. Some of you may be wondering, well, why would you do that? Then you need to understand what strategy is. If it meets your strategy criteria, you have to trade it no matter what this little voice inside your head is saying. And if you disagree with that, you don't understand the full meaning of strategy. You may have the concept of it, but you don't understand the full meaning. Strategy needs to be followed, whether you want to do it or not. That's how this works. This is how I have the success that I have. I understand what strategy is. And that's a little piece of advice for you. No matter what, if it meets the criteria of your strategy, execute that fucking trade. Do not hesitate. Even if every fiber of your being is telling you not to take it, you have to take it. Okay. So execute the trade, pay myself on the little push up, just a little push. And then I just start working the trade in, out, have some left over, washed out. And I even said it's probably about to wash out, but we're protected in this. Q's had its level very close, and that's kind of where it was stalling out. So as it comes down into Q's level, I know that can be confusing for some. I execute again, I add in, and I start watching it. So this is where I'm starting to, usually 10 minutes into after the market open, I start getting a feeling for the day as to what they're going to be happening or what's going to be happening throughout the entire day. Now, some of you may not quite understand that, but remember, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen this shit over and over and over again. There's certain patterns and certain things that institutions and the smart money will do to start lining up their chess moves for the day. And I have the ability to recognize that, which I also share with members. So I know that I'm going to be able to at least get a retracement right here to my cursor, and that's exactly where it went. So pay myself up into this target and sell the rest. As soon as I get stopped out, it cracks. And I said we're about to get speed, meaning it's about to start selling off, and that's what it did. Stop out the rest. Good to go. Locking in $1,915. Remember, Fridays I trade very small. No matter what I believe is going to be happening on these charts in my assessment. It's small. Friday, lots of manipulation, lots of people clearing positions, lots of options expiry, lots of shenanigans go on Mondays and Fridays. So I always trade small on those days. Now let's discuss Qs. So Qs was an interesting one. So I'm going to get zoomed in. Quick sec, ladies and gents. Okay, so this was an important one. So executed the long, similar on SPY. So execute the long coming down into the level. Again, knowing damn well that this will most likely fail. So execute, pay myself, execute, pay myself. And then as it comes down, I know I'm gonna be able to get a retracement back up into this level, possibly a little higher, which is what I did. Paid myself. And even on a failed trade, I'm still locking in $3,630 on that. Now let's discuss this. This is where the lesson comes in for the day, guys. So I don't have an hour here to go and give you a full explanation. So I'm going to give you the drilled down version. And there's far more to this than what I'm going to explain to you. I went over this for quite a while on screen share, going over the moves. Now, this is how smart money thinks. Remember, most retail day traders, they're playing chess. Or sorry, they're playing checkers, not chess. Institutions of smart money, they play chess. They are thinking multiple steps ahead. So me knowing that, right, and I've been doing this a long time, I understand what happened yesterday. So that's what we need. We need to set the timeline. The timeline yesterday here on SPY was them driving it into the 9 EMA on the daily and it holding, trapping longs, and then they snap it down. So they clear out all those longs, and then it finally piles up. Remember, dumb money generally doesn't trade with a strategy. They are responsive to single candles, and they will freak out very easily. It's all about knowing your opponent, okay? This is war, and you have to know your opponent. So if you're the smart money and you know your opponent is ready to ring that washout bell at any given moment, they know this. So what they do is they make the action perceived to be strong, and it holds a retail day trader's level of execution, which is the 9 EMA, a previous close, something along those lines. In this case, it's the 9 EMA. It holds that, okay? They snap it down. They clear off all of those stops. They scoop it back up. Okay, that's yesterday. Now let's talk about today. You got to remember, each and every one of those traders that got fucked on like that, they remember, okay? And this is the trap that they set. So knowing this, and remember, I went over this even before it did it, and then it immediately did it right after. So none of this is hindsight, ladies and gentlemen. If you think that's what it is not hindsight. This is all mentioned prior. This is the level of education and coaching that you get here at Tricktrades. So I warn the members that this is what they're doing, okay? So what they're going to do is set the same trap that they did yesterday. They're going to make it look like it's holding. They're going to snap it down and start to make it look like it's buying up. And then they're going to do it again. Why? Remember, all of those traders that got fucked on the previous day, okay? So they got screwed. In their minds, they got screwed. The market fucked me. Typical victim mentality that most retail day traders have, most human beings have. They now, because they don't want to miss what they missed yesterday, they go long into a moving average or a level of support, which on Qs was 5 EMA, 9 EMA, and they continue to do it. So into the 9 EMA, that's what they did. They bought up the 9 EMA. This time they held on that first snap down. They make it look like it's about to come up, and then that's when they drop the hammer. So there's more to it than just this. But again, I have to give you the drill down version. We have a little bit time compression here because most people don't have the attention span that this requires. And a lot of people don't respect free. So most of you have probably already glazed over. I hope not. I hope that's not the case, but that's it. So when you understand who your opponent is, okay, you understand the game that they're playing, this shit becomes easy. Okay. Now, I've always gotten shit throughout the years for saying that this is easy, but I'm thinking about it from a different perspective. It's not easy. I'm thinking about everything on these charts from a very simplistic, the most base level, simplistic way. Like think Tarzan, how Tarzan or a caveman thinks or speaks. This is how they do it. This is how they set traps. Number one, they know their opponent. They know how to set those traps. So remember, the action yesterday can and generally does come into play today. So the move that they made yesterday coming into the 9 EMA, they break that level, stopping out longs, and then the volume comes in, the smart money volume, institutional money comes in, and it gets bought up, and it rips, and people missed it, and they're like, fuck, that sucks. I just stopped out. Now look. How many times have you guys said to yourself, and we actually had a comment here just the other day, maybe yesterday, about stops. I constantly stop out right at lows just to have it come back up. That's why I have a detailed risk strategy called standard risk. It keeps you in the trade just long enough. And this isn't some basic bitch stop out strategy, guys. This is something that I developed through the years that it is phenomenal and it works. So if you want to actually learn how to do this and you want to receive the highest level of coaching when it comes to day trading on the fucking planet, and I will go up against anyone. This is it. So quit pissing around trying to do this shit on your own. I'm not saying you can't, but it takes a rare and special individual in order to do that. Okay. I was forced into that situation because over a decade ago, there wasn't much out there. I joined one service because this is another question that got asked. I joined one service and it was it was so fucking stupid. I left immediately. I lasted like a week. It was garbage. And I was like, no, I guess I'm on my own. I was forced into that situation. For those of you that have stumbled upon this channel, this is a big opportunity to learn from someone that is not only legitimate, but someone that is wildly successful, that is willing to share, that can actually teach. You just hit a banger. Do not blow this opportunity, guys. And it's not for my greedy purposes. I want to see everyone succeed. Why? Because it's fucking doable, guys. Okay? You should have the ability to read whether or not someone is sincere or not. This is what sincerity looks like. That's what I want. That's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to fucking make it. So quit pissing around, spinning your wheels, and just pull the trigger. The amount of money subscription costs, you can cancel at any time. It is peanuts compared to what your life will become in a short period of time. That's what I can offer you. And if not, I guess that's cool. Continue to enjoy my free content, guys. But remember, you got to like the videos and you have to subscribe. That's payment. So on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful and enjoyable weekend. I know I certainly will. Adios, folks.